Hello and welcome to Tingling of 5. Today we're looking at the PlayStation 4 system and how to set it up. So this is the Day 1 Midnight Launch Edition with Killzone Shadowfall Steelbook Edition. I can't imagine the PS4 will differ too greatly, although the Player Edition did look a lot bigger than every other edition there is. So first you want to get out the box, and you've got this little sleeve type box inside over the top of this heavy white box thing. You pull the tab out of that, flip it over the right way, and you can actually get at the PlayStation 4 system almost straight away. But we open it up, we've got the manuals in the top right, DualShock the bottom right, PlayStation 4 in the middle, and you can't see Killzone yet because it's actually underneath the PlayStation 4 system. So we'll just move the lights around so you can actually see. The DualShock 4, beautiful controller, feels so much better in your hands than the DualShock 3 did. There's nothing too bad about the DualShock 3 but when you augmented it, but the DualShock 4 is certainly an improvement, and it comes with these little plastic tab things. So take those tabs off before you start using it. And DualShock 4, as I've already said, is a great controller. You really need to feel the back of it to understand it's a textured surface, but it really feels good in your hand. It doesn't feel like you're ever going to drop it, and it really grips the back of your hand. Comes pre-charged, of course. Then you've got all these manuals, all the fun stuff as normal. Bit of plastic to pull it around, and then drop your light on the PlayStation 4. And on these manuals is pretty much this video. How to set everything up, and how to make it all work. That's all you can really say. Underneath there you've got all your cables, so you've got your HDMI, what's this? This is the charge cable, so it's a micro USB now, it's not mini USB. It's got a stage smaller, so your phone charger and everything like that. It's exactly like it. I click the PlayStation button then it doesn't normally turn on. Cheap little headset that comes with it. I've used this a little bit afterwards and it doesn't sound bad. It'd be really good for voice chat, just nothing much more than that. Music doesn't sound... Well, music sounds alright, I'm being unfair there. Music sounds alright. It's cheap headphones, which most of you probably use anyway. Your 2-pin adapter, like every PlayStation console. And your HDMI lead, which, if I remember rightly, at least the launch PS3 didn't come with. You only had the AV lead. But as you'll see with the PS4, that actually doesn't have an AV output. Underneath is Killzone Shadowfall, the Steelbook Edition, when you're being attacked by the light. And it's the same size as a PlayStation 3 game. Now the actual PS4 system, quite heavy. I'm not sure if it's heavier than the PS3 at this point, but it's still quite a heavy console. Although I've heard reports that the Xbox One is very, very heavy. I don't know which one's heavier. But anyway, PlayStation 4, nice rhombus shape. Nice glossy bit there, I've got my fingerprints all over already. And as you'll see shortly, it's about the same size as the PlayStation 3 Slim. But on the back you have your auxiliary, so that's where the camera goes, LAN, obviously network, HDMI out, optical out, and power. That's it. There's no AV or any analog output. That's all you got. Although the PS4 can actually output at 480p. So if you've got a strange TV that'll take HDMI but only display 480p, or maybe there's going to be converters coming soon or something. I'm sure you can find a solution. Now, as I've already mentioned, the DualShock 4, fantastic controller. The ridges on the analog sticks feels really good on your fingers, and it makes sure that they don't slip off. Got a light on the back, and with it taking micro USB charge cable, that actually brings it in line with everything else in your house really, like every phone. So you'll have plenty of those leads lying around. And as I've already mentioned, the PlayStation 4 games are the same size as the PS3 games, they're just blue. So we've got Saints Row 4 compared to Need for Speed, exactly the same size. And as I've already mentioned as well, the PlayStation 4 is about the same size as the PS3 Slim. The PlayStation 4 is a bit narrower, but a tiny bit deeper. That's the only difference. And it takes the same cables. So I'm just literally taking off my PS3, using the PS3 power lead, which is exactly the same, and the HDMI. Powering up, this is the first screen you see, the PlayStation logo. You're then reminded who makes this, the Sony Computer Entertainment, and you're told to connect your DualShock 4 via the USB lead, in every language known to man. Eventually when you get around to doing that, it asks you your language, it's guessed that I'm United Kingdom, which is good, and we set up the internet connection. Now it scans the network environment, I'm not sure what it does, but it still asks you if you want to use Wi-Fi or a LAN cable. I don't think my LAN cable was plugged in properly. I had it in the PS4, but it wasn't in the router. So it's going to moan at me in a second and say connect LAN cable to PS4. So after I connected that to the router, it let me carry on. And then we have the camera set up. So the PlayStation 4 camera, I picked one up. I seemed like a worthy investment at the time. And eventually when you plug it in, you turn up upside down, and there I am. You can see the PS4 camera on the left now. You set a timer zone up. Mine was already set up, it was already fine. Then you accept every user agreement, otherwise you can't use it. First sensitive epilepsy warning, same one as the PS3, and you're there. So this is the basic setup. This is the only update that comes with the PlayStation 4 console. I've not had to sign into my PSN account or anything yet, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to go straight to update it. Now there's two ways you can do it. Now I'm on day 1, so I've decided that this is not the best way for me, but however, it might be. You can go through settings to system software update and do it through that way. However, what I did, I actually went to the website, support system software updates, I downloaded the update, I think it was a couple of days before, and put it on a memory stick. Now, you're saying PS4 doesn't support memory sticks, and you would be right. However, I've got a different way of doing it. You can't go through the PS4 normally, you've got to go through a different way. And here's the structure you've got to create on your memory stick. So if you go to your memory stick, and you create the folder structure, PS4, update, and there's your file. Then what you want to do is turn the PlayStation 4 console all the way off. You want to press the button and keep your finger there for 7 seconds, and it will beep once when you first press it, then again a little bit later. Now you wait for the light on the top to start flashing or pulsing, whatever you want to call that, and you want to connect up your memory stick. So they've got 2 USB ports on the front, use either of those. This will load up the PlayStation 4 in safe mode, and you want to connect your DualShock 4 with the USB cable once more. Then scroll down to update system software. The only way to exit out of that is to press restart PS4. There is no way to exit out of safe mode otherwise without turning the console off, and that's not advised. So go down to update system software, update from USB storage device. And after your long please wait screen, it will find the update, provided you use the folder structure I showed you earlier. It's PS3 update, and you put the update file in the update folder. It will copy the update file, that doesn't take any time at all, and it will then present you with this terms and agreements thing. So obviously you want to accept, and then let the system software install. Now this is 4 times speed, it did take quite a while to install. Eventually of course we got there, and we reached 99-100%, and the PlayStation 4 restarts. It then shows you the PlayStation logo once more, before it comes back, with your epilepsy warning one more time, then welcome back to PlayStation. Now I had a quick issue with HDCP at that point, which is very specific to my setup. I'll show you in a different video. But just as long as you connect it to your TV, you'll be fine. You then need to sign into your PlayStation account. Press OK through here, and it presents you with your first name and your last name. And of course your avatar. You can change all of those, and then you get to choose whether you want to display your full name and your profile picture in games. It's completely up to you what you do. I chose not to. Who can see your friends, so you're going through all your privacy settings at the moment, as gaming supposedly is a more social experience now. Share your PSN activities, videos, trophies, and who can see them. I said anyone can see them, and I've actually turned videos off after this because I realised that's probably a bad idea. PSN sign-in saved, add your face data, no. Couldn't be bothered with that. I've got a camera, but no. Now, login, this is the new login screen of course. System software update can't download because I've just installed it a different way. If you go into settings, then system software update, it tells me I've already got the system software update. Whether that's the reason it can't download, I don't know, but that's what we got. And what you want to do is activate as your primary PS4. It might do that automatically when you first log in, but I did it just in case. Now this is how to set up a second screen. I'm going to do it on my iPad, but the Android app is no different. PS Vita is slightly different because you have to click a different option, but that's the only difference. It's exactly the same process. So you press add device, and it gives you this screen. Enter this code on your device, so it's local LAN only, and that's it. And that's pretty much all you need to do. Search with the device with the PlayStation app you can get from the Android and iOS store, connect it to your PlayStation 4, and that will be your second screen. So that will be what you're flying the drone with in the Division. That'll be with the Playroom. You can draw on it and give objects to the AR robots, that's what they're called. And the process is identical on the PlayStation Vita. So you take your PS Vita, you enter your code, go to Remote Play, enter your code 1951, entering, and when it's all registered up, we can actually use Remote Play to play the games. You can see there is just about no lag, as in there is no lag. Everything happening on screen is happening at the same on my Vita. It's absolutely fantastic. Who needs a Wii U? Now, obviously, the games are what's going to make you buy the console. With PS4, you can obviously play them everywhere, and the disc tray on the PS4 is on the left-hand side. Launch games include Need for Speed, Battlefield, Killzone, and sort of Call of Duty's in there, and various others. But the headset it comes with, not a bad piece of kit. I've listened to it with a bit of music. It sounds alright, nothing wrong with it. Most of you will listen to cheap headphones anyway, so there we go. It's only one side, so your other ear will be free listening to the TV. But as you'll see with the PS4 controller, it's actually a 3.5mm headset jack, so you can actually plug any headset you like. So unlike the Xbox 360, which uses this bizarre 2.5mm thing, you can't plug any headset you want into there. So I think this is the AKG's headset, and you can actually plug it in to the PS4 and it will work. I keep getting PS3 and PS4 confused. But it'll work, and you can even output the game audio. Another thing with the camera is voice commands. Let's take a listen to this. Very responsive. So you say PlayStation first, and then it gives you the list of commands you can say, and it does it. So it's taking a screenshot there. I'm going to navigate up to Profile and go to My Captures, and we'll look in all, just because I don't know, screenshots, and it's not this one, it's the one below it. Any of you watching my Twitter, you would have seen that picture from the Playroom earlier. That's it. So if voice commands are what's selling you the console, PS4 has you covered. Now make sure you say subscribe to my channel and keep an eye on it. There's going to be plenty more PS4 videos, I'm sure. I'll find plenty to do. If there's anything you want, just say in the comments and I'll have a look. If you haven't already, check out the PlayStation 4 launch video. That was a really good video. I had a lot of fun with game. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.